Bronco men's basketball team is closing in on the midway mark of the Mid-American Conference season. After a big comeback effort fell short against MAC preseason favorite Akron on Tuesday, January 24th, the Broncos traveled down to Muncie, Indiana to take on the Ball State Cardinals and played well on the road but fell by 6. Then it was back home to take on the Ohio Bobcats Tuesday night at University Arena. The Broncos were down 21 points in the first half, rallied back with a 15-0 run at the end of the first half, trailing by 6. And then they took the lead in the closing seconds and beat Ohio by 5, 90-85. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach Steve Hawkins joins me for all the highlights on Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust, financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Introducing Little Caesars new pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust deep dish pizza. First we took our deep dish pizza with its 8 crispy caramelized corners, and then we stuffed over 3.5 feet of cheese wrapped in pepperoni into the crust. Hold on, rewind it. Now pause. We really did stuff a bunch of cheese wrapped in pepperoni in the crust. Play it back, my good man. Try our pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust deep dish pizza for just $10. Hot and ready from 4 to 8 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Subaru. Maple Hill and Subaru, they're becoming synonymous with best of quality, for the love, for the trust, everything that you want in buying a car. It's not just the dollars and cents, it's what that vehicle can do for you. That makes all the difference. Subarus are all built with symmetrical all-wheel drive. It's safe, secure, quiet. It's great for the family. We're proud to be a Subaru dealer.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
We didn't just break the mold, we made it. And we spelled it L-I-T-E. Because when you invent light beer, you get to spell it however you want.
Reggie drives it to Brandon Johnson. He throws it down. On the lob from Reggie Jones. Brandon up the baseline, hammers it on the right.
2 of the Bronco freshmen combining on a spectacular play against the Akron Zips on January the 24th at University Arena. Reggie Jones and Brandon Johnson, they've played a lot of basketball in their first year.
Yes, they sure have, and we've needed every minute of it. Those 2 guys have supplied us with a lot of energy and a lot of headaches at times too, but every once in a while we get plays like that too.
Western Michigan and the Akron Zips, former Bronco great Tim Hiller in the house. Broncos getting loosened up in their pink shirts and the dance team on hand. Playing the Zips for the second time, huh?
We did, and you know what, the atmosphere at University Arena, I love it. You know, I mean, there's nothing that gets the juices going a little bit more than when you're out there right before the game, the band is playing just like that, best band in the country. You know, that's an exciting time.
All right, here you go against Akron, and you played them tough at their place in the first week of the conference season.
We really did. You know, that was a tie ball game with a minute to go, and we ended up losing that one. In this one here, they jumped out on us early, and then we played catch up pretty much the rest of the evening.
Broncos were led in this game by Thomas Wilder, who leads them most of the time, but he had 25 against Akron, and you guys got behind, but there's no quit in your team. You battled back, made this thing close as you outscored them in the second half.
We did, and all year long, this team has battled. There hasn't been any quit at all in the team, and something I've been very proud of. And this game was a big part of that, or you saw that on display. We battled all the way back, cut it to I think 7 or 8. They're late, but and if we would have had another 3 or 4 minutes in the ball game, you never know. But we didn't. It's a 40-minute game, and it is what it is.
There's the lob to Brandon Jensen for the dunk. Those two guys are going to play a lot of basketball for the Broncos here in the next 3 years.
Really happy with those two guys. They're going to give you freshman headaches, and especially on the defensive end of the floor. But they're very special players offensively.
All right, here you go. The Broncos can score with anybody, Hawk. There's no doubt about your offensive ability.
No, there isn't. We're towards the top of league standings and a lot of different categories there, and this is really nothing I worry about on the offensive end. It's the defensive end that has caused us any problems we've had so far.
All right, the dance team entertaining the crowd, and now here we go with the second half. This Akron team, this guy right here, Isaiah Johnson, he's like a mountain out there.
He's a big guy. He's a really big guy, and I don't want to get fined or do anything silly on the TV show, but when he starts backing you down, if the referees don't call that, he's going to get all the way to the rim.
There's Reggie on a little baseline runner, and he's got a variety of shots in his toolbox.
He does, and he's a big body. Once he starts driving downhill like that, he's got a great big body on him, and he uses it well.
Isaiah Johnson finished in double figures, but I thought Drake and Seth did a pretty good job on him.
Yeah, I thought Seth was really good on him. This is the first game we started Seth, and he, I thought with the bigger body, he caused them some problems.
There's Tucker Heyman with some offensive rebounding and the putback, and he does that a lot. He's good at that down there.
He loves contact. Tucker does. He's a contact seeker. He has been ever since he got here. Hard to believe that his freshman years was that long ago, and now he's in his senior year. But he gives us a lot of toughness.
All right, here you see the Broncos working against Akron in the second half, trying to mount a comeback, and you got right back into this game. But the Zips, they're a veteran team, very talented, and they're the preseason pick for a reason.
They're still undefeated, in league play, and they've only lost 3 games all year long. This is where we struggle a little bit. We get knocked around a little bit at that power forward spot. Brandon, as good as he is offensively, as you see right here, defensively, still a little light out there compared to some of the more mature and older teams.
Here's Reggie with another one of his moves, a little spinorama there on the baseline, and Broncos continue to work hard on the offensive end, and you get an offensive tip here from Brandon Jensen.
Spinorama.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one before.
Spinorama.
You broke that one out, Robin. Yeah, he's good. Again, those two freshmen, I'm really, really happy with. And Seth has been coming along real strong, really in the last 4 or 5 ball games. And again, I feel like offensively we're really hitting our stride.
In this second half, he outscored the Zips 46-40. You lost by 10, 90-80. But if this game had been a 45-minute game, I think you might have pulled it out.
It's possible. The start is what cost us. We got off to a really good start when we played at Akron. And then in this game here, they got off to a great start. They shot the ball very well. Some of it was self-inflicted, where we didn't guard them as well as we could have. A lot of it was them hitting very difficult shots.
Akron hit 55% from the floor in this game. And field goal percentage defense, I know that's a stat you pay close attention to.
Yeah, it is, and I wish I didn't in this game, but it is. And our defense, what our defense has been based on through the years is field goal percentage defense. We're not a defense that gets a lot of steals. It's not something that we really go for. It's something what we really want to do is protect the basket and make teams take difficult shots, and then get out and run. And we haven't been doing that as well this year as we have in past years. But it's getting better. It got a lot better in this game in the second half, and again later in the week when we played at Ball State and Ohio.
Good ball movement here on offense. You get an open look in the corner for Tucker to knock down a triple.
Yeah, we really are an unselfish team, and the guys are terrific about going to whoever the hot hand is also.
Here's a situation where you put Thomas Wilder off the ball and you used Reggie Jones at the point, and Thomas has really been flourishing in that offense.
Yeah, that is we go to this every once in a while. It's very taxing when you have to handle the ball as much as Thomas handles the ball and with as many minutes as he's getting. So every once in a while, it's good. And he does a good job of playing off of the ball and working in space. So it's our way of trying to get him working in space as opposed to the offense being really, the defense focused on him.
Here you put on a furious comeback with the backcourt pressure, trying to come up with some turnovers, and it worked.
Yeah, it did. It's something that we really kind of reserve for late in the game when we do have to try and get back in it, because otherwise teams break presses pretty, especially talented teams like Akron. They break presses pretty easy, and they get open shots on the other side.
Thomas ended up fouling out of the game late, finished with game-high 25 points. Akron came up with the victory, 90-80. Then the Broncos travel to Ball State. We'll talk about that and look at some Ohio Western Michigan highlights next on Bronco Review.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider BlackBerry. For over 35 years, BlackBerry's installed windows, roofing, siding, and sunrooms, satisfying thousands of customers throughout West Michigan. Right now at BlackBerry, you can get 10 of our best-selling, high-performance, double-hung windows for only $44.50 installed. 18 months no-interest financing and 10 windows for just $44.50 installed. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
At Galesburg Ford, we all agree we love football.
And I like the Honolulu blue and silver. Brown and gold all the way. I kind of like purple.
We may all cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal. That's to put you in the right car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle, now you can score your next vehicle at Galesburg Ford. Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
I love my job, but I was so tired I could hardly get through the day. That's where I knew something had to change. The team at the Borges Heart Institute found a heart arrhythmia. After they treated me, I had so much more energy. That's where I started finding time for me again.
Watch more Borges patient stories at that'swhere.com.
Got some energetic students out there. People that identify with our program, the energy and the heart and passion that our team plays with here. Let's create a speed and tempo to our game that they can't deal with here tonight.
Sheldon drives on the jaw, won it back to the blue line. Big booming drive by Ike Capelli, and he scores!
Staying with a standard checking account isn't much different than stashing your money in a piggy bank.
Oink, 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 oink.
A Momentum checking account from Arbor Financial Credit Union is like strapping a rocket to your piggy bank and launching it to higher earnings. With Momentum checking, the more you use your debit card, the more interest you can earn. Up to 4% APY on balances up to $15,000. Visit arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Pocket 2 at 1. He gets a shot up at the buzzer. Good! It counts! Thomas Wilder at the buzzer from the top of the key. They're going to check it to be sure, but that should count for Western Michigan and cuts the Bobcat lead to 6.
Thomas Wilder with 3 of his game-high 29 on Tuesday night against Ohio at University Arena. The Broncos put on a furious comeback. They were down 21 points with 3 minutes left in the half. Hawk, your guys scored the final 15 points to cut the margin to 6 at the break, and then you come back and win it.
Yeah, another tremendous job of comeback. I mean, showed a lot of fight in this game, and Thomas's big 3 right before the halftime, I think, it cut it to a 2-possession game. I thought that that served us very, very well in the second half, knowing that we could come back.
Coming out after dropping a game on Saturday at Ball State, a hard-fought road game, he fell by 6. So the guys were determined to win at home and found themselves down by 21.
You know, we played really well in the Ball State game at Ball State, and again, a lot of fight in that game. This group of kids I've loved to coach. And then in this game here, they very easily, a lot of teams could have melded in when we got down 21, but these guys didn't. They showed a lot of fight and coming back. Ohio was very hot at the beginning of the game, and I thought that our guys, we settled for a few too many jump shots in the first half. In the second half, we got our offense going a lot better.
Here's a guy, Jaron Randall, who might have had his coming out party in this game on Tuesday night at home. He scored 10 points and looked confident out there, aggressive, going to the basket. How about that shot?
Yeah, he's somebody. I talked to him the other day, and I just said, Jared, would you please tell me what freshman in the country would not like to hear their head coach tell them, would you please take more shots? And I said, well, that's exactly what we need you to do, is take more shots, especially when Thomas goes out.
All right, here you go, playing some defense against Ohio, and this is a really good offensive team. They can really shoot it. They hit 11 threes in this game, huh?
Yeah, they're very, a tremendous offensive basketball team. They really stretch you out because so many guys can shoot the three. And when they do that, it allows somebody like Jerron Simmons, their point guard, who's an outstanding point guard, it allows him to drive to the rim. And so you kind of have to pick your poison and do a great job on the ball as well as away from the ball.
Thomas with that patented step back. I mean, he does that so well. And then here he goes again. Knocking down a shot at the top.
Yeah, that was a big shot. Again, after watching the film, I felt like that was something that because they went back on a run on us in the second half, and we were able to cut the lead again, knowing full well that we were capable of doing it as a frame of reference drawn from the first half.
Thomas took that the length of the floor in 3 seconds and got the three up and made it. So it was a 6-point Bobcat lead at the break after the Broncos score the final 15 points of the half. We'll come back and look at the second half as the Broncos pull out the win on Bronco Review. Now this time out.
You trust Dunshee Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more. From brakes and alignments to paintless dent repair. Dunshee works with all insurance companies and provides you with a lifetime warranty on collision repair and workmanship. So for the personal hometown service you want and the high-quality, no-pressure repair you deserve, give them a call at 375-2100 or visit them on the web at DunsheeBody.com. Dunshee Body and Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Subaru. Maple Hill and Subaru, they're becoming synonymous with best of quality, for the love, for the trust, everything that you want in buying a car. It's not just the dollars and cents. It's what that vehicle can do for you. That makes all the difference. Subarus are all built with symmetrical all-wheel drive. It's safe, secure, quiet. It's great for the family. We're proud to be a Subaru dealer.
Choosing your home isn't easy. This is where your kids will draw on the walls, where the people you love will gather to laugh and cry. It's a big decision, which is why choosing your mortgage partner should be easy. With low rates and quick turnaround, Arbor Financial Credit Union can create a customized mortgage solution that is right for you. Visit us at arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Introducing Little Caesars new pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust deep dish pizza. First we took our deep dish pizza with its 8 crispy caramelized corners, and then we've stuffed over 3.5 feet of cheese wrapped in pepperoni into the crust. Hold on, rewind it. Now pause. We really did stuff a bunch of cheese wrapped in pepperoni in the crust. Play it back, my good man. Try our pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust deep dish pizza for just $10. Hot and ready from 4 to 8 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. What if a home phone could also be a smartphone? And what if that home phone could save you money on your home and wireless bill at the same time? With Xfinity Voice, you get amazing technology like readable voicemail on your smartphone, caller ID on your TV, and even text messaging, all for a low price. Start saving with unlimited nationwide talk and text and switch to Xfinity Voice for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
(44-38), Broncos down by 6 at the half as they come out in the second half looking to snap that 4-game losing streak, and Hawk, the guys get it done.
These are the highlights I want to get to. We did get a lot of fight. I know I've used that word a lot, but it's part of our fight song. The word fight is used 7 times in the fight song, and the term fight on is used 4 times. That's what these guys did in this game, and we needed every bit of it. We led this game for all of 32 seconds.
That's right, the final 32 of the game. Thomas Wilder, a big reason why, and Hawk, he is just a spectacular guy, one of the best I remember ever to play here at Western Michigan, and there's some other guards in the MAC, but I wouldn't take any of them over that guy.
I just love him, and he's even a better kid off the court, and a tenacious competitor. I mean, among all the things that our fans can see, his skill set, everything that he's able to do, all of his finishes, his ability to shoot the 3, his defensive effort on the floor. It's his spirit, it's his competitive spirit that serves us probably as well as anything.
Tucker Heyman had a nice game too. He finished with 20 points on 6 of 12 shooting and was perfect at the foul line, 6 for 6, and those came in handy in this game. He needed every one of them.
Tucker's an unsung part of this season because he's accepted a role that doesn't always put him as the leading scorer. As a senior, and there are times when it is. He's played very aggressive. At the same time, he's allowed the game to come to him, and there's a great example of it right there.
He can play out on the floor. He can go inside and bang with the bigger bodies. And there's Seth Dugan. He's coming on as a sophomore inside.
Sure is, and his offensive rebounding ability, I think his offense has been tremendous, and his ability to rebound the ball has been great for us.
All right, there you are, plotting some strategy as the Bobcats were able to lengthen their lead out a little bit in the second half, but you knew from their first half comeback that you could come back again, and you did.
We did, and again, a lot of sharing the ball. This is a huge shot by Bryce because Ohio had taken their lead back up again a little bit, as you mentioned, and then Bryce's shot kept us in there, and we kept fighting, and we got some big stops defensively down the stretch. This is amongst those stops. Our defense was suspect, but in the last 3.5 minutes, it was very solid.
And you scored 90 points on the #1 defense in the MAC. Ohio, #1 in the conference in scoring defense and field goal percentage defense.
Yeah, we did, and a lot of it had to do with us just being a lot more aggressive. And let's not forget playing at home. Playing at home is a big thing, and we have not had a lot of home games so far. And we just hit the halfway mark of the season in conference play in this game, so a lot of home games coming up in the last 9 ball games.
Broncos with 7 wins, all right here at University Arena, and here you are trying to take the lead late in the second half. Here it is, tied at 85, and you get a stop at the other end and go down and take the lead.
Yeah, that was Bryce, did a great job on Jerron Simmons contesting a shot. And then it was a matter of knocking down free throws. I'll tell you, a huge part of this game, Thomas he had just missed 2 free throws right before he goes to the free throw line here. And to step up to the free throw line and knock down 2 free throws after you had just missed 2 free throws, that's not an easy thing.
No, not at all. And here's a big play by your big man, Seth Dugan, diving on the floor after the basketball.
Yeah, big play. First of all, to get his hands on the the defensive rebound, and then to actually finish it off.
All right, they got a pretty good look, chance to tie it, and it rimmed out.
I can't believe we did that. We were supposed to foul. We actually, during the timeout, we called for the foul, and we didn't want to let them get that 3-point shot off. We actually fouled them early in the clock. They just didn't call it.
All right, and you hold on to win it. Broncos 90-85, and a lot of relief. Good to see those kids smiling.
Relief's a great word for it. We played very well in the second half, and to see the result finally was a big deal.
We'll be back with more Bronco Review now this time out.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus. What do you do when you discover something great? Well, you tell your family and friends about it, right? Well, that's exactly how Lake Michigan Credit Union became the fastest growing credit union in Michigan. With some of the best checking account rates in the nation and guaranteed low mortgage rates, word is spreading fast about Lake Michigan Credit Union. Anyone can open an account. So tell your friends. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Your home can look its best with a little help from Blackberry. For more than 30 years, Blackberry's installed energy-efficient replacement windows, sided homes with great-looking vinyl siding, replaced roofs, gutters, shutters, and doors. We have thousands of satisfied customers throughout West Michigan. Right now at Blackberry, it's our home improvement sale. Save on upgrades to your home, plus get 18 months of no-interest financing. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
I was teeing off on the 13th hole. I watched the shot fade right. I felt dizzy, and then I fell backwards. That's where I almost died.
The doctors, the nurses, everybody there was just wonderful. They never gave up.
That's where I got my life back.
For my first trick, I'll switch one brother for another brother. Mom and Dad, will you help? Abracadabra.
What happened to Alex?
I don't know. I didn't practice that part.
The switch works better at Galesburg Ford, where you can trade in your old vehicle for a new Ford with innovative technologies like foot-operated lift gates and EcoBoost engines.
See why people are making the switch at Galesburg Ford.
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Staying with a standard checking account isn't much different than stashing your money in a piggy bank. A Momentum checking account from Arbor Financial Credit Union is like strapping a rocket to your piggy bank and launching it to higher earnings. With Momentum checking, the more you use your debit card, the more interest you can earn. Up to 4% APY on balances up to $15,000. Visit arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Next up, arch rivals go at it in Mount Pleasant. Friday night, the Broncos and the Central Michigan Chippewas, Hawk.
It's Central versus Western, Robin. There's not a lot else to say about that, and it's at their place. We're looking forward to the rivalry game.
And the Chippewas have the leading scorer in the nation.
Marcus Keene is alone. Braylon Rayson, those two guys can really shoot the ball. It's going to be a test of our defense.
Hawk, good luck at Central Michigan.
Greatly appreciate it. Fight on.
Next week, back to hockey. We'll have highlights with Andy Murray of the Broncos and Arizona State Sun Devils. Coach Hawkins, my name is Robin Huck. Thanks for watching. See you next week. So long.